Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Imagine that, a Japanese player winning the World Series MVP, and his name isn't Shohei Ohtani, but what he did will be marked for history in this game.
I think he'd be ready to throw tomorrow. I mean, it's pretty incredible that he was able to go out there and throw, 96 pitches last night, come out here, throw another 36 pitches again tonight in the most high leverage situation you could ever possibly imagine for a baseball game. I continue to be impressed, not just with his stuff, but his ability to be able to come back out in 2 consecutive games and do what he did to a very, very good offense. We've been watching this offense all year long, and there's not too many times where you can see that somebody out there on the mound is throwing some stuff that they're having a hard time figuring out, but that's what we saw from Yamamoto in this World Series, and that's why he was able to come in here and kind of shut the door on the Blue Jays.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Kirk bounces one up the middle, bends to the bag, over to first to beat the champ. You gotta knock him out. The Dodgers stand tall and win back-to-back titles. And Yoshinobu Yamamoto, legendary stuff, wins 3 games in this World Series. A complete game in Game 2. His team faces elimination in Game 6. And then like Randy Johnson, like Grover Cleveland Alexander, like some of the all-time greats, Yoshinobu Yamamoto finishes off Game 7.
Unbelievable. That's just the only word I can say. Unbelievable. People who have pitched, they will appreciate that more than anybody else.
Yamamoto's 0-2. Coming to Kirk. Broken back, ground ball. Betts has it, steps on the bag. The throw to first. Double play! From backs against the wall to back. The Dodgers cement their dynasty. They win Game 7 in extra innings. 5-4 the final. They mob Yamamoto on the left side of the mound. And Yoshinobu Yamamoto gets the win in Game 6 to keep the Dodgers alive. He gets the save in Game 7. So you talk about the Dodgers cementing their dynasty. Yamamoto cements his postseason legend.
1 out, first and third. 5-4 Dodgers, bottom 11. 0-2. Broken bat bouncer up the middle. Betts runs to second one, throws to first, and the Dodgers have won the World Series. They come back to beat the Blue Jays 5-4 in extra innings and are baseball's first repeat champion since the 2000 Yankees.
I mean, you got to tip your cap to Yoshinobu Yamamoto coming out after pitching in yesterday's ball game. He threw 7 innings yesterday, and he comes out and he finishes off the Blue Jays with the tying run standing at third base. What an impressive performance.
We saw some Dodger legends created in this World Series, Oral, and the first one that comes to mind has to be Yoshinobu Yamamoto, the World Series MVP. What he did, throwing 2 masterpieces, a complete game and then 6 innings last night, winning both of those games, and then coming back and winning Game 7 on 0 days rest. He goes 2 2/3 innings. Just incredible stuff we saw from Yoshinobu.
Well, he should be studied because he doesn't throw with his arm. Yes, he has a good arm, but he knows how to set up the lever system. He works very hard on a daily basis to set his lever system up to the point where he has a throwing coach, but it's not to throw a baseball, it's to throw a javelin to make the perfect throw so that when he does have a round object in his hand, which he's making $325 million with, it's going to be done well, it's going to be done accurately, and it's going to be done in a way that he can do it back-to-back days, 3 days in a row, whatever he wants, until, you know, the bones are lined up, but the muscles are responding, and he was absolutely marvelous.
And listen, I'm all for old school, but Yamamoto is old school. He did what Oral Hershiser did many moons ago. It didn't matter the situation, no days rest. I'm going out there, and I'm going to give my team a chance to win. He did it tonight, but what he does is, yes, he's making a lot of money, but it ain't about that. It's about making sure he's there for his teammates. And Oral Hershiser, when you took the mound back in the day, did you care how much money you were making? Absolutely
not.
None.
No way.
It's all about your team, and that is the character of each and every one of those guys.
And how many more innings is Yamamoto going to pitch? It's unbelievable.
Yamamoto's the GOAT! He's the GOAT! Yama's the GOAT!
Dave Roberts, back-to-back champs. Well, they're already doing it for me. It's time for the Willie Mays MVP Trophy presented by Chevrolet. Yeah, that's it. Yoshinobu Yamamoto, the MVP of the World Series. That's all yours. And Hiro is here to translate for us. Yoshinobu, incredible. Congratulations. How were you able to pitch tonight after doing what you did last night?
昨日あれだけ投げてどうやったらこういう今日すぐ翌日にこういうピッチングができるんですか？
ブルペン行くまで投げれるか本当の自信はなかったですけど、はい、なんか、もう、わからないですけど、はい、最高です。
I was not sure if I could pitch tonight until I went to the bullpen tonight, but I'm glad I was able to.
Oh my gosh, what a thing to watch. How does it feel to win back-to-back World Series and help your team the way you did?
2連覇と自分の働きをチームに対して働けたことをどういうふうに思いますか？
もうできることは全部できましたし、このチームで優勝できて本当に嬉しく思います。
I did everything I could. I was supposed to do, and I'm so happy that I was able to win this with this teammate.
Well, Yoshinobu, this is all yours. Yamamoto, the MVP of the World Series, and the Dodgers, back-to-back champs. Ladies and gentlemen, your LA Dodgers.
There's more over here. I can honestly say what you guys accomplished this year is unprecedented. Starting in Tokyo, all the stuff that we had to go through. Guys that weren't here, that came later and pitched huge innings, played huge innings. No one ever wavered, and we asked each other to believe in each other, and you guys made it easy for me to believe in you. And you can go through the whole postseason, and every single person in this room stepped up and had their moment. And so it's just not about right now. I want you guys to take this with you because this is about life. And I coach because I love you guys. But I want you guys to take this message and what we accomplished going forward. But what you guys did is so special. And what Yamamoto did will never be done again. So. Okay. Hey, this is this guy's last guy. Love you, Kirby. This is this guy's last time in the clubhouse as an active player. And so the floor is yours, Clayton.
Thanks, Doc. It's an absolute honor to be in this clubhouse with you guys. I love every single one of you. I can't imagine a better way to go out.
Will, he hung a slider to you. I guess you told me before, you hang it, I'll bang it.
What we did, I guess, yeah.
What can you say about what Yamamoto did for you guys tonight and this series?
That was special. That was absolutely incredible. Yeah, absolutely incredible. You know, the complete game in game 2 here. Going 6 innings the other night, last night, and 3 today. That's insane. Insane.
What can you say about what you witnessed as far as what Yamamoto did in this World Series?
Unbelievable. Wow. I've never seen a guy do that. And to go out and just still have the stuff one day after he pitched, that's absolutely incredible. That guy's a dog. He put his body on the line for us.
This game was insane. Just being a part of it. What are you going to remember most about this one?
I don't know. Probably Yama coming in. That's what I'm going to remember most. That was unbelievable. You know, other than starting the first brawl of my career, kinda. Whatever. Cool.
How were you able to counterpunch every time they gave you their best shot?
Believe, bro, believe. We believed in each other. You know, we never gave up. This is what we play for. You know, Game 7, even though we fell down 3 early and this place was incredibly loud, you know, we kept fighting. We kept the fight. We kept going. We kept, you know, the dugout was alive. And I think that's what, you know, allowed us to, you know, to keep going and staying positive. And obviously, when you got a guy like Yoshinobu Yamamoto on your team, it makes things a little easier, you know? Especially for a guy like me that, you know, all I did was bring in, you know, a piece of fucking a pencil to the project to get an A. But I got an A, and here we are, back-to-back champs, David.
That's right, Enrique. 3-time World Series champion, back-to-back.
Kike and Yama closing it with 2 2/3. I got to learn from him. That was impressive. Impressive.
What you were able to do, going back-to-back, the history you've made, just to be a part of that, what does that mean?
That means everything. I just think to do it with all these dudes, not a lot of ventilation in here. Not a lot of, yeah. It's amazing. These guys, it's incredible. Just to see what Yamamoto did, to be honest, is like some of the craziest things I've ever seen. The guys stepped up. Miggy dominated. Will hit a home. It was just it was storybook. I've never seen a series like that. I've never seen a Game 7 like that. I'm just happy I got to be a part of history with everybody.
You led the charge 2 off seasons ago to sign Yamamoto. Did you even know he was this type of guy that would go and do something that we haven't seen since Randy Johnson in 2001?
No, I mean, yesterday morning I didn't know this about Yama. Last night after the game, I got a text that said, hey, Yama's preparing. He's getting treatment now. He's preparing and doing everything he can to be ready tomorrow. I was like, yeah, that's great. Like, I love to compete, whatever. Today, there's another text. He got treatment again, and he thinks he's going to be ready. It's like, wow, okay. Went out and catch play, said, I feel great. For him to have as good a stuff tonight as he had last night is maybe the most incredible thing I've ever seen on a baseball field.
You know, how you guys had to battle to the end, extra innings. Just what was it like for you to be a part of a moment like this?
I mean, it's crazy. I was a small part of it. Just the toughness from everybody. Yama going out there, it's crazy. I mean, Will, Miggy Rowe, I can't describe the way I was feeling.
You saw Yoshinobu just come back out of the bullpen. What were you kind of thinking in that moment and what he was able to do tonight?
Guy's a psychopath. I mean, how do you come back out after you throw 96 pitches or whatever it was he threw? I mean, he put himself on the line for us, and he went out and still dominated. It was absolutely incredible. Oh, my God.
Yoshinobu Yamamoto, what he's been able to do this World Series tonight, how do you describe it?
No words. That was absolutely incredible. Yoshinobu won us the World Series. That I can't even put that into words. The guy threw yesterday. What is that? That's 3 wins in a World Series. That's absolutely incredible. Oh my gosh. Yoshinobu, Will Smith, thank you.
That series was incredible.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh. Back and forth grinds. Yoshinobu Yamamoto. I don't think there's enough words to talk about him. That was absolutely, I can't, when I looked in the bullpen and saw him warming up, I said, no way. He's doing it. And then he came in and he was firing darts. He had command. It was impressive. It just.
But I mean, can you say anything more about Yama? I mean, what he did was just, I love that guy, man. He's just a gamer. He's got all the talent in the world, but I mean, for him to step up and do this tonight for us, like, I mean, all these guys, Shohei on short rest, Blake Snell coming in, Yama, relievers, just, I mean, it was, this whole group, man, is just, I'm just so grateful and honored to be a part of this team. Like, you can talk about how much money the Dodgers spend all you want, but that group of guys is a lot more than how much money they make. It's a special group, man. It really is. And Shohei, Freddie, Mookie, Will Smith with the whole, like Miggy Rojas. I mean, like, you can just go down the list. So I'm just grateful, man, and honored. And what a way to end it, you know?
And he's the first pitcher since 2001 when we faced Arizona Diamondbacks. Randy Johnson won 3 games. Pitched Game 6, came right back in Game 7. Were you surprised to see him warming up there, and how, I mean, just talk to me about him. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, that was unbelievable what he did. No, I wasn't surprised. You know, I kept talking to him yesterday after the game, hey, be ready for an inning or 2. He kept telling me, hit 2 homers, I don't have to pitch. But yeah, I wasn't expecting 3 innings. So to go out there for the 3rd, 2nd inning, that was incredible. I mean, he's such a good pitcher. how hard he works, his dedication to his craft. It's just a special guy, a special teammate, and couldn't be happy for him.
What was the most fun about being part of this epic game today?
ワールドシリーズの今日の試合一番楽しかったところは。
いやもう本当に、全てが素晴らしかったというか、どちらのねチームにとっても本当に一つのゲームとして本当に素晴らしい試合だったなと思います。
Everything was so fun. I mean, I think even on both sides, their team, our team, I think we had an amazing game, and it was something that I can only imagine.
Shohei, congrats, back to back, pretty outstanding. Two-part question. Number one, how exhausted are you? And number two, we were talking in the room before the game. Do you think this was a more difficult way, the 3-day rest, or after the 18 innings when you were on base 9 times?
どっちの方が疲れてますかと。
どうですかね、18イニングの方が、出塁している回数も多かったので、あの日はほとんど寝れなかったですし、結構体的にはそっちの方がしんどかったのかなと思ってます。
The 18-inning game was really tough because I wasn't able to sleep and I was on base a lot, as you said, so that was the tougher one.
First of all, congratulations. Last year, you played in the World Series and you weren't full strength. You hurt your shoulder. You weren't able to pitch. How much were you looking forward to this World Series and actually getting a chance to show the world both sides?
去年はちょっとなかなか状態があれだったんですけども、今年は健康の状態でできて、自分の能力を発揮できたのかなと。
そうですね、まずゲームに100% の形で臨めたのが一番なんていうの楽しかったですし、去年はね出て後ろに下がって温めてマッサージしてもらってみたいな注射してみたいなのを繰り返してたので、あんまり野球やってるなっていう雰囲気がなかったので、今年は全然違うワールドシリーズになってたのかなと思います。
It was a lot more fun playing the World Series with full health. Just last year, I had to go back to the training room, get myself heated up, get some injections. I was going in and out, so it didn't feel like I was playing the game. But this time, with 100% healthy, I felt like I was playing the game.
What was it like watching Yamamoto, and how in the world did he do that and come back and pitch tonight like he did?
2日連続投げた由伸、どうやって成し遂げたんですか？
いやもうどうやって投げたのか分かんないですよね、正直。本当にもう彼がね一番世界でナンバーワンのピッチャーだと僕は思ってますし、チームのみんなも思ってるし、そこに異論はないんじゃないかなと思ってます。
I have no idea how he pulled it off, and I really believe this, but he is the number one pitcher in the whole world.
First, congratulations. And the other day, Doc told us that before the series, you said losing wasn't an option. Obviously, no player wants to lose, but for you to say that and then produce the series you did, how do you just handle that from a mental side of things and execute?
シリーズ、ワールドシリーズ始まる前に負けは選択肢の中にないっていうことがあったんですけども、そこをその通りにするようなシリーズになったことに対してどう思いますか？
今日、ドジャースがワールドチャンピオンで、締めくくることができて、すごくやりきったなっていう達成感、喜びを感じますし、本当に、全員が、出し切ったので、僕は今日2日連続で投げましたけど、他の選手もコンディションギリギリでももうできることを全部やって、プレー、したので、本当に気持ちが一つになった、結果だと思います。
I'm just curious, you've pitched an awful lot over the last few days. How do you feel physically after what people consider to be a historic performance?
ここ2日で、球数的に結構投げたんですけども、体調的にはどうですか？
今は、すごくいいですけど、ブルペンで作り始めた時はまだ、投げれるっていう確信がなくて、この体調的にも、もちろん投球はできますけど、この、7戦という試合で、絶対落とせなかったんで、その責任もありますし、どうだろうっていうまだ、迷いというか、そういったのがあったんですけど、温まっていくうちに、それもほぐれていけるぞっていう、とこまで持っていけたので、いけると、言いました。
Yamamoto, man. Come on, man. We never thought that guy was going to come in today.
I didn't know he was going to pitch until today at about 2 o'clock.
Wow.
And so he's like, I'm available, I'm pitching. So it was one of those things that I didn't want to insert him and just force him into it. But if it made sense, I was going to bring him in that game, and he wasn't going to come out of that game.
Can you walk through just the pitching maneuvers from Snell to Yama and then sticking with him once you got to the 11th? Just kind of what was going through your brain those last couple innings?
Yeah, I'm still trying to unpack it. Yeah, Snell was good. I just felt that, he gave us what he had, and I think Glass pitched before him. Honestly, I just kind of try to push guys as much as they could, and having Emmett in there and Robo doing his thing, got some big outs, and for me at that point in time, I wanted to give Roki or Yamamoto an opportunity to keep the game, at bay, and then once he did that, he felt confident that he could stay in his delivery, wasn't going to compromise health. And then at that point in time, even for that third up, he said, Daijobu, means I'm okay. And so for me, I just trusted him, and he came up big again.
I know Yoshinobu did really well, but this season and this whole year, you had 3 Japanese players and participated with the Dodgers. And how do you evaluate those 3 players?
They were all different. I think Shohei obviously has the weight of the world on his shoulders as far as expectations, being probably the face of baseball. Certainly when you're talking about the world, and what he did on, he's going to be the MVP in the National League. It's just really special what he's done, and just a great person and a great competitor. Yoshinobu is one of the top pitchers in all of baseball. I think he's shown that this postseason and this year. And Roki, Roki's a young player who really had a tough time early and found a way to kind of get back to being healthy and really contribute in a huge way. And so there's a lot of growth in Roki this year. And I know the people in Japan are very proud of their players, and we're just very lucky to have them.
Hey, John, where's your head at right now? How are you feeling?
Man, it's hard, I had my first team meeting of the year after the game. There's so many things to unpack there, not just the series as a whole. 7 games, 2 of them go to extras. I thought we played great baseball. Both teams having chances there late. I feel for the guys. This is a special group of guys. That being said, I am so proud of them, of the entire organization, really. That's kind of where I'm at. We've set a new expectation and a new standard here, and did it with a lot of hard work, did it with a lot of cohesiveness, and man, it's tough to say bye to this group.
When you look back at this game, do you see it as a couple of heavyweights going at it back and forth, or do you see it as you guys had all the chances that you wanted to have to win it?
A little bit of both. I thought we had chances to sweep them. I thought that we played our game, and our game is as good as anybody in baseball. So is it 2 heavyweights going back and forth? Going back to the beginning of this series when people were calling it David versus Goliath, it's not even fucking close.
John, just an incredible postseason for the AL champs. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
I don't want to leave without saying congratulations to Dave and the Dodgers. It's a hard-fought series, and it sucks we're not the last team standing. But to Dave and his staff and his team, congratulations.
With 1st and 3rd and 1 out, we get a double play. Jerry's already celebrated because his feed was ahead of what we saw here in studio. And they were just letting it loose. So we never realized they're rolling on this stuff, and then I look like such an idiot just jumping around like that.
Man, I still got crazy hops. Well, that's really adrenaline there.
Not bad, Jay here.
ご視聴ありがとうございました。チャンネル登録と高評価よろしくお願いします。